leader of people living with disabilities in Jubilee Party, and she was speaking on behalf of people living with disabilities. We will conclude this press conference by in addition to what we have presented in our statement, by saying this, and after this, ladies and gentlemen of the press, we will take one or two questions. There is a time in life you hope that in a serious country like ours, there are things you do not need to spend time on. I mean, there are retired presidents across the continent. In Nigeria, there are, I think, 3 or 4. President Kikwete is here in Tanzania. In Botswana, there are quite a number. In Mozambique, there are quite a number. You know, the kind of pettiness that we have seen this weekend and primitivity in addressing the retired president is shocking. We chose democracy. We know that our current president and his team did not support this constitution, but they swore to protect it. And it provides an opportunity for all of us to respect freedom of expression and freedom of association. Our party leader is going nowhere, and our party leader will continue to express himself. It is his constitutional right. In fact, you can go ahead and do what you please, because the kind of behavior we have seen from elected leaders is shocking. We must uphold the decency of difference, that we can have differences, but we can be decent about it. Even the language that is being used by some of these leaders in reference to President Kenyatta is shocking. Even we ourselves as members of Jubilee, and we have said this before, and maybe because we are a party that has governed, we will not even allow and encourage our members to use that kind of language against President William Ruto, because it's indecent, it's unbecoming. We're going to build a decent society, and a society that upholds truly the principles of democracy and decency. The retired president makes one phone call, and the government screams the whole weekend. What kind of people are these? And we are reading now, the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, a public sector government agency, has told us clearly with data and statistics that 2/3 of the stories they have been telling us are just blatant lies. On a weekend when senior members of your party are announcing that they will not defend their seats on your party's ticket, when it is clearly displayed to the world that you are a sinking ship, would you be spending your time insulting your predecessors? It's amazing. We want to ask these brothers and sisters of ours in government, there's work to be done, a lot of work to be done. Let's focus on that work and build our country. President Kenyatta is retired. He is a member of Jubilee. He is going to be a member of Jubilee, and is playing his role as a member and the leader of Jubilee. Leave him alone. Let him carry on with his businesses. You have a country to run. You have a government to run. I mean, tell us about all these goons walking around with police officers.
There are places in this country. Even last night, people are calling me, suffering from cat rustling. People have lost animals and livestock and so on. In that particular environment, you are spending all your time insulting the retired president. And those elected leaders, I want to ask them, sisi tunawaheshimu. We are not going to walk down that hole of behaving like Precambrian people, insulting others for no apparent reason. Tutawaheshimu, hatuwezi kuwatusi, lakini tafadhali, let's build a modern country. Kenya is a serious country. When you see the kind of arguments we're having, it's a joke. What is going to happen when we have 2 or 3 or 4 retired presidents? How many are there in Nigeria? Retired presidents who are going about their businesses. In the US, in the UK, there are 6 prime ministers who have left office, who go to BBC, they go wherever there are programs. President Clinton has been retired for I don't know how many years. He attends the Democratic Party convention every year. President Obama, the same thing. They campaign for their candidates. And the world has not come to an end. Then in Kenya, some people whose worldview is essentially a village view, they are now busy insulting President Kenyatta for just making a phone call. 2 last points. My fellow Kenyans, when you see this language and you see these people talking like this, you must be asking yourself the question that I'm asking myself. Do you want another 5 years of this arrogance and self-destructive hubris? Another 5 years of that?
No way.
Is that how we are going to live? I mean,
a retired president makes a statement and is insulted the whole weekend. What are we telling our children? What are we telling our young people? That is the kind of country we want to have? Sasa sisi kama Jubilee, kiongozi wa chama chetu ako kwa ofisi halali, ndio kiongozi wa chama chetu, tutakuwa na yeye, atakuwa mwanachama wa Jubilee, atakuwa kiongozi wetu, na sisi wanachama tunataka aendelee kuwa kiongozi wetu mpaka wakati ule yeye mwenyewe atasema anataka kufanya mambo mengine. Tafadhali fanyeni kazi yenu, jipange na mambo mengi yenu huko. I thought you would be panicking about even some of the members of your party who joined us in Narok. And they were telling us they are leaving that sinking ship. And we said we welcome them. And I want to use this opportunity again to say we welcome them because they are fellow Kenyans. Tunawakaribisha. Twende mbele because you know, who can tell you more about an institution than those who are inside, who are fleeing it. So tufanye kazi ile iko, the way President Kibaki used to say, let's focus on the work we have of building our country, and let us ensure that you know, everything is going well. Finally, I want to use this opportunity to say this. If you actually needed a reason to know how this administration is totally out of touch with reality, look at Finance Bill 2026 they are published. Mitumba traders will be taxed. We have introduced you. I don't know where they live. They live in some alternative universe. But my parting words are these, fellow Kenyans: don't lose hope. Don't give up hope. 14 months down the road, we will turn the corner. We are going to change things. Our country is great. It has no problem. We are better than this, and we are ready to recover our country.